Okay, sorry for the line, and I had to try to go to another place to charge my phone, but my phone is still not charging. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, and just like that, podcast movement comes to a close after a crazy roller coaster where we had day zero, that people picking up their badges. Then day one, the fun actually begins, and it begins with a match made in heaven, which is Eric Bischoff, Jeff Jarrett, and Conrad. Uh, Also the first keynote, the keynotes, and also the fireside side chats. I love that during the keynotes. Also, day two brought us the match made in hell. But first, it was the keynote, the morning keynote, and they also, where my blunder came in, was the special keynote, and I'll probably get that during recording because that the fact that I spoke, I got I think a Creator Plus with the recording package. Yeah, so they gave all these speakers that did the online recording package. Yeah, I had the meet and greet from hell. Nobody showed up. Then it was the iHeart. Yeah, then it was the iHeart Radio party, and man, it did not disappoint at the beer garden. Still in the same city, of Aurora. Uh, Wait, was that? No, that was on. No, that was on. Wait, that was the 23. I'm sorry, that was a long shot. The 22nd day, the second day had more keynotes and then more great classes. I did try the arcade game, Mrs. Pac-Man. I sucked in that, but I did very well on the Mario racing game. I scored second place. I didn't go back to it because everywhere was like long distance walking. There was a lot of walking in this place. Now we get to day three, which was the iHeartRadio party and my disaster. My disaster came first, which is the um, nobody showed up, and then there was two keynotes. One of the morning keynotes. All the keynotes usually was in the morning, and then the other keynote was in the afternoon. And I should have been to that one, but I'll probably listen to that recorded as I said. And then that was the iHeart Radio party. Okay, I had to put two together. That was the iHeart Radio party, and that did not disappoint. Okay, now we're up to date. Today was the last day of podcast movement. I was able to get back to the hotel after a great guy, uh, after the jerk who left the disabled person trying to figure out how the hell he's gonna get back to the hotel. But the class that I went to was well, it wasn't a class, it was a fireside chat, and it was a comedy class, harnessing the power of comedy and podcast. It wasn't like my class that I did that time, uh, comedy and podcast, but it was a fireside chat. So I love the dad, because they showed the comedy podcast that they have done. And that's it. The only thing is, I was trying to charge my phone, and then I'm definitely getting old when I can't get off the floor. When I was forced to sit on the floor, try to charge the damn phone, and people had to up me up because I couldn't get up. And thankfully, Prime Minister, aka Vice President, was very concerned for me. Very good friend, very good citizen. That's why he's one of the prime ministers of Big D country. Yeah, and my vice president. Well, my vice presidential pick. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. So that's it. That's it. That's the coverage of Podcast Movement 2023 from the Mile High City of Denver, Colorado. I bring this to a close. The next time you'll see lots of videos is at Podfest in Orlando, Florida, and I will be staying at the host hotel this time. No commute. Yay! The only commute that I could do is walk into the convention area and stuff. Yada yada yada. Just like I did in Nashville. When I went to Podcast Movement Nashville, I was also able to stay at the hotel. I only was to stay there before I went to Vegas before that fiasco. But anyway, so next time you will see me is at Podcast. Oh shoot. Next time you see me at Podfest, I don't know if I'm going to Evolutions LA. That's questionable, but I definitely want to go to DC at the main podcast movement. So definitely be there for that. So see you at Podfest in Orlando, and then definitely will see you at Podcast Movement 2024 in the nation's capital at the Gaylord National in Washington, D.C. This is Prince DJ saying, Big D Country, acknowledge Podcast Movement.